Hello, I'm Alex from Fontaine Motors, and today I'm going to show you around our Audi S3 Cabriolet BT18AWP, Navarra blue car with a black leather interior. Now, using my croaky man flu voice, I'll speak as clearly as I can. I hope you can hear me all right. I'll show you around the car, one panel, one interior area at a time. I will highlight imperfections as we go. I'll show you a few key features, interesting things on the car. But if you would like a proper look at specification, or for that matter the service records, you'll see those broken down in detail in the main body text of the advert. So, front end and starting with bonnet. Overall look, fit and finish are superb. We do have a few small stone chips. And as I may see, there's also one chip on the, what are we going to call that? The plastic chrome? The radiator grille, whatever it's made of. Front bumper's very similar actually in that it looks really nice. There's no conspicuous damage. I don't think there's anything you'd have cause to complain about. The plastics are bright and clear, no scuffs or scrapes, but if I go in close, you've got just a few chips. So far, and in fact as I go round, I hope you'll come to agree with me, I think it looks about as nice as you could ask an 8-year-old car to look. It's really very nice. As I say, Navarra blue metallic paint, one of the more desirable S3 colours. Moving to the near side now, down nice and low. I'll move my phone around so you can watch reflections. Everything straight down the near side, no dents to mention, paint and fit looks spot on. Near side front wheel, that's just been refurbished, so is unmarked. We've replaced that tyre. There was an irreparable puncture on that one, unfortunately, so Continental on that corner, and that's just been replaced because we weren't able to fix the puncture. All nice down the sill with just a few light chips on the leading edge. Near side door mirror looks good, just with a very light mark on the unpainted lower portion there. Near side door, no damage. Full black leather in this car. Near side door panel and armrest. Brushed aluminium inlays that appear to have escaped the marks these so often pick up. Super Sport seats, black diamond quilted leather with contrast pale grey stitching. Electric lumbar adjustment on these. You actually retained a fairly usable back seat in these, so again that same black quilted leather, which looks in really nice condition. If I swing around just show you the seat back, there are some light marks on that, with just a few on the outside from people getting in and out of the back seats. View up and over the roof. The roof on this is really good. It's not faded, it's not stained, it's not scuffed or threadbare anywhere. Whilst it isn't a problem with these later ones, there's no separation on the rear screen whatsoever. These don't tend to suffer what some older Audi convertibles like M4s and things could do, where you'd get the glass just starting to come away from the fabric of the hood. Paint on the quarter is lovely. Again, alloy wheel looks spot on. Pirelli tyres on the back, and that one's got, I'd say, 4mm of tread. Round to rear bumper and boot lid. They present really well. No damage or staining on the rear deck. No scratching around the boot handle. If I open that up, it's easier to see. There are some light marks from loading. But nothing unsightly. Fold that out of the way. So you actually retain a very deep boot on these. So for a small convertible, they're remarkably usable. You keep the split folding rear seats as well. So it is still possible to do an IKEA trip in these. Other home furnishing stores are available. No damage on the valance, and the exhaust tailpipe trims. If you've ever watched one of my videos before, you'll have heard me say exactly the same thing. There's very light pitting on the tips, but they present quite nicely. Moving to the offside of the car. Again, I'll go low and move around so you can see panel alignment. There's no dents there to mention. Paint on the quarter panel is spot on. Nice and clean inside the fuel door. Offside rear wheel, Pirelli tyre, 4mm of tread. Nice along the sill. You have got, I don't know if you can see that there. It is not actually sharp on the camera. There's a very, very faint scratch there, maybe 20mm. In fact, if you stand here, can't see it at all. Stand here, it's hard to see. It's that faint. And you've got a couple of just sort of little chips on the door edge that have been touched in. That's not a scratch. That is just a smudge of polish. Door mirror looks good. Little scratch on the end there, probably 15mm. Focus. So door panel. Bang & Olufsen speaker upgrade on this car. You can just see the Audi beam logo projecting on the floor there. Flat bottom steering wheel. The leather on that looks lovely, still soft, satin in appearance, not shiny, not worn, not scratched. Armrest and gear lever just as nice. And I'll go nice and slow down the driver's seat, as that's obviously the busiest part of the car, but the leather on that's really good as well. Wear is very, very light. Super sport seats in these really do make the interior. They are both supportive and comfortable and look great. Opposite view of the rear seat. Oh, almost forgot the seat back. We do have one scratch just down low there on the base. Offside front wheel, spot on, Continental tyre with probably 4 to 5mm of tread. Clean, tidy, and all standard. Not a modified car. Jump in. Started up now. 46,757 miles at the time of filming. Which pocket did I put the key in? That one. And we forgot to reset the tyre pressures after the wheels were refurbished. But there we go, you see, other than the tyre pressure lights, which I'll just quickly reset now. That's very easy to do on these. Car, initialising car systems. While we wait for that to wake itself up, and we've done it, there we go. Car, menu, servicing, tyre pressures, store. Even you do that sort of once a month just with your normal tyre pressure checks anyway to keep the system working as it should. Virtual cockpit on this car. Everything working as it should do. Same for the MMI display, DAB and digital radio, all the different music options there. European satellite navigation. But you do have smartphone interface giving you Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so how much you're going to use Audi SatNav rather than Apple Maps, Google, Waze, TomTom, I don't know. Drive select screen there. You do have magnetic ride control on this car, so you can alter the dampers to be a little bit softer, a little bit stiffer as suits your taste or driving conditions. And parking sensors front and rear. Climate control working well, heated front seats, ventilation in the car smells fresh, as does the interior of the car. There's no indication it's had pets or a smoker in. And I'm going to badly attempt now, solo, to show you the roof working. This is one of those jobs that would be easier if I had 3 arms. Yep, the view there with the roof open. So there we are, BT18AWP, our 2018 S3 Cabriolet. I hope you found that video to have been helpful. If it's brought any questions to mind, you are more than welcome to ask. Thanks very much.